Now in this video we're going to talk about modal verbs. But first of all, what are modals? Modals are verbs that need a strong verb that it is going to give the meaning to the sentence. For example, can, poder, saber. In this case, we're gonna use can in these situations. Yo sé tocar el piano. Yo puedo tocar el piano. So it's very easy to say that idea in English. I can play piano. Yo puedo trepar este árbol. I can climb this tree. ¿Me puedes ayudar? Can you help me? So it's quite easy to follow this structure. You can say can if you do, or can't if you don't. I mean the negative form. And then the verb that is going to give the meaning to the sentence. In this case, for example, I can speak English, okay? So in this case, it should be something like in Spanish, yo sé hablar inglés. Or I can't speak Italian, no sé hablar italiano. And if you want to make a question, this is the right order and structure. Can you help me? Can I go to the toilet? So as you can see, when you ask a question, it could be in many different ways. For example, to ask a favor, can you help me? Or to ask for permission, can I go to the toilet? In this case, can I go to the toilet? Be able to, ser capaz, poder. Yay! It's more or less the same that can. But take a look at it. I'm able to climb that tree. Puedo, soy capaz de subir ese árbol. But the thing is that if you want to use can in the future or in the past, it's impossible. So most of the times we're going to use be able when I want to speak in the future or when I want to say something in the past. I will be able to do it. Seré capaz de hacerlo. I was able to do it. Fui capaz de hacerlo. So this is the way we do it. We say subject and then the verb to be. Okay? If it's present, I say I am. If I want to say something in the future, I say I will be able. And if I want to say something in the past, I would say I was able. Okay? So you have to choose here the tense you want to use and then able to plus the verb. For example, exactly the same sentence. I was able to do it. Okay, was. In the past. In the present, I am able to do it. Soy capaz de hacerlo. And in the future, I will be able to do it. Past, present, and future. Could. Podía, sabía. Could is the past of can. Okay? So, yo sabía tocar el piano cuando tenía 5 años. I could play piano when I was 5. O yo podía trepar ese árbol cuando era joven. I could climb that tree when I was young. To ask a favor, ¿me podría ayudar? Could you help me? Puede que llueva más tarde. And I can use could, to say something that is going to be, could be true. It could rain later. This is the structure. We have a subject and then we decide if we want to say could or couldn't. And then the verb. For example, I could speak 4 languages long time ago, but I have forgotten 2 of them. Okay? And if I want to ask a question, could you do me a favor? Could you help me? Could you please pull down the blinds? May, might. We're going to use may or might to say kind of action probability. Puede que, or I can use may to ask for permission. Like, for example, puede que llueva más tarde. It may rain later, or it might rain later. Puedes marcharse. Puedes marcharte. You may leave. And to ask a favor, may I have a glass of water, please? Me da un vaso de agua, por favor. And the structure is, as always, very easy to follow. You have to say a subject and then may or might. Might is, I would say more formal than may. May, and then the verb, which has the real meaning. And if I want to ask a question, I would say may, and then the subject, and then the verb. May I come in? ¿Puedo entrar? Must or have to. In this case, we're going to use these verbs to say something that is going to be compulsory. Yeah? Obligation. Debo, tengo que irme. I must go. I have to go. Yes? No puedes, no debes comer aquí. You must not or mustn't eat here. And if I'm just guessing, I'm just gonna say has to or must to give that impression. I mean, ese tiene que ser su padre o debe ser su padre. Ese señor que va con ella debe ser su padre. So if I want to say that in English, I can use has to or must, okay? He has to be his father or he must be his father. And the structure we follow is the following one. So he must be, you must go, I have to study, and depending what you want to say, the meaning is going to be slightly different. And if I want to say no, I'm going to say mustn't and don't have to. But hey, listen here, okay? If I use this mustn't, the meaning it is going to be different as if I use don't have to. Take a look at it. You mustn't eat here. Hey, que no puedes comer aquí. Okay, that's it. But if I say you don't have to eat here, it means that you don't need to eat here. Yeah, can you see the difference? You mustn't eat here. No puedes comer aquí. Prohibido. You don't have to eat here. Tú no tienes por qué comer aquí, okay? You don't need to do it. You don't need to do it. Should, ought to. Well, should and ought to, they mean both exactly the same thing. And ought to is not very used nowadays, okay? So I would go for should most of the time, if I don't want to be too formal. So, if I want to say something like debería estudiar más, I would say I should study more or I ought to study more. Deberías estudiar más. So I'm giving you an advice. You should study more or you ought to study more. ¿Me quedo o me voy? Okay, should I stay or should I go? I'm asking for an advice. I'm asking you about what you think. What's your opinion? Yes? And the structure, it is quite simple as always. So you got a subject and then you say should or ought to, okay? One thing or the other. So I have already told you, you're more inclined to use should instead of ought to. And then the verb. I should stop eating. Okay, I'm getting so fat. And if I want to, ask for an advice, should I study more? Should I stay? Okay. This is the way we do it. Should, the subject, and then a verb.